the studios of Canton High School, it's Focus on Football with Ben Aronson and Matt Martin.
Welcome back to Football Focus. I'm Ben Aronson here with
I'm Martin.
Week 10 recap. Let's get to it. First game, Thursday Night Football. You know, before this game, we really hyped it up. We were like, "Wow,
It's gonna be a close game."
we finally have a good primetime game. We can finally watch it." And within the first quarter, you could tell it was a Steelers game.
Panthers came out and scored first drive. They had a good drive.
Yeah,
McCaffrey.
they never did. That was the first time they did it all season. First time.
Then Steelers came back.
Juju Smith-Schuster, first play,
75 yards. Yeah.
75-yard touchdown.
Then T.J. Watt pressure on Cam Newton, pick six.
Horrible throw. Such a stupid. That's like a Jameis Winston type throw.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Newton should not be making those throws. He's a former MVP. He's better than that, and that's ultimately when it was a turning point in the game.
Yeah,
Steelers
it
never
was
looked
over
back after that. James Conner did get injured, a little concussion, but overall they dominated.
It really leapfrogged the Steelers into bye
yeah,
potential.
yeah.
Because they're 6-2-1.
They're in front of the Patriots right now.
6-3, and they still play. That game's probably going to be for home field.
Yeah,
for
in
a
Pittsburgh.
bye.
It's in Pittsburgh too, which is not easy. But in other news with the Steelers, no Le'Veon Bell for the rest of the season. He will not report. He will lose all $14.5 million that he was supposed to make, which I don't get. But that's a point for it. That's his problem.
Hey, you do you, Le'Veon. They're doing fine without you.
But I think this kind of shows us that the Panthers aren't as good as we thought. Against good teams, we can say that
they always struggle on the road, though, because they always get off to slow starts. At home, they're a good, fast-starting team. On road, they start slow, and it's tough to do against Pittsburgh. Tough to start slow.
I think huge win for Pittsburgh. Degrading win for Carolina. But next game on the list, we got Saints Bengals
Massacre, another massacre. This one was even more of a massacre.
Matt bought into the Bengals, then I bought into the Bengals, and now the Bengals are horrible. They can beat bad teams, but they cannot beat good teams.
Right now, if the playoffs started, they would be in. A playoff team just got beat 51-14.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That is.
But
the Bengals didn't have the firepower. Their defense has been atrocious. They fired their defensive coordinator. They've had the worst defense the past 4 weeks in the NFL. 3 500-yard games given up in a row. Just poor.
It's like when they played the Chiefs, we're like, yes, this is going to be a good game. Chiefs came out, spanked them. All right, redemption. They're playing a good team in the Saints, maybe the best team in the NFL right now. Spanked. And I liked how Kamara, Ingram, and Michael Thomas all paid tribute to Dez Bryant's injury with the little X. But this Saints team is good. Oh, my God. Alvin Kamara is a different animal. Michael Thomas is a different animal. Drew Brees looks great.
So
they might win the Super Bowl.
But look at the Rams.
I know.
I
know. I feel like it's going to come down to who has home field. That's what I feel like it's going to come down to.
But the thing is, if the Rams have home field, is it really home field?
Not really, because everyone's like, oh, the Lakers are on. Who are the Rams? But a lot
of people in the NLI don't even know they have a team.
Exactly. But bad loss for Cincinnati.
Yeah. Browns, Falcons.
Good for Baker Mayfield. Who needs Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley?
Woke up feeling dangerous. Oh, Hugh Jackson was added again to the Bengals
squad,
I know. So that's he'll go in there and solve their problems.
Yeah.
Browns, Falcons. Tough loss for the Falcons.
I hate when we don't buy into the Falcons, but we're always like, here's the case for the Falcons to make the playoffs. They just need to beat bad teams, and then they come out and get twaxed by the Browns.
Did we virtually eliminate them last week?
Yeah.
We said if they lost that game. Well, now they're 4-5-1, or 4-5-0. Packers are 4-4-1. Minnesota's 5-3-1.
Yeah.
Are they done?
Yeah, I think they're done.
Because they still have, I think they have home for the Cowboys, at the Saints, home for the Ravens, at the Packers, home for the Cardinals, at the Panthers, at the Bucks. 9-7, I don't think is getting you that wild card.
That Browns loss hurts so bad. We saw their offense come to fruition last week. They scored a ton of points against the Redskins, and then they come out. The Browns do have a decent defense, but
the thing is, even if they lose, even if they go 10-6, if Green Bay goes 10-5-1, they'll even if say Atlanta wins out or loses one, and it's not Green Bay. They beat Green Bay, and Green Bay goes 10-5-1. Green Bay still gets it over them.
No. I don't know.
Minnesota's 5-3-1 too. I just don't see how they make it. I also don't see how Dallas or Philly makes it. Or Seattle, for that matter. Where is Seattle in this discussion?
They're 4-5.
Oh, they're just invisible. It goes 8 to 10 seed.
Jeez.
But yeah, I don't think if any of Philly, Dallas, Atlanta, or Seattle was gonna make a run, who do you think it would be?
Philly. If it had to be.
They're probably last.
I can't buy
after last night's game.
I can't buy into the Seahawks. I can't buy into the Cowboys. I can't buy into any of these teams.
Definitely not the Cowboys, but
I think it's just the playoff experience. Like, they know what it takes to get there. They are 4-5, but they can easily jump into the playoff picture if they beat the Redskins in both their games.
yeah, but Seattle they have. We've talked about this. They have Green Bay, Carolina.
Yeah, Seattle's done.
So-
Chiefs.
Because they can only afford to lose one more, really.
Yeah.
Once you hit that 7 losses, that's basically it.
Yeah.
Moving on. Colts Jags.
My bold prediction was wrong. Matt got it right. The Colts won.
Actually, I had 2 bold predictions to win because
Yeah.
this one we didn't.
It's a good week for Matt.
Good week for Matt. I went 2 for 2. I mean, two and 2. Definitely not 2 for 2.
But Andrew Luck looks great.
Mhm.
He does look great. I still don't think the Colts will make the playoffs and win this division, but Jacksonville.
Could go for the wild card.
The question.
They're 4-5.
Yeah.
She's saying it's 5-4.
They have a really easy schedule
Let's
too.
go Colts.
Who or do you think that Doug Marrone will get fired?
Yeah. No.
They're gonna keep him one more year.
Took him to the AFC Championship game. How can you fire him after that?
And they went from AFC Championship to 3-6. No chance to make the playoffs. Going to be picking in the top 10. Horrible. Their defense still sucks.
There's so many games you look at this year, and you look at them now, and you say, how did that happen? The Patriots losing to the Lions, the Patriots losing to the Jags.
Patriots losing to the Titans.
That one I can understand a little bit.
That's when people find out what happened. Like, that's how when the Jaguars are like, yeah, like beginning of the season, like we are the best team in the league, and then there's just like one game happens and the Jaguars went from looking like the same team last year to. I think it was when Blake Bortles got taken out. He got benched for Cody Kelsey. I think that's when all the Jaguars are like, why are we playing for this team?
What's going on?
Why are we going to waste our time playing great defense if Blake Bortles isn't going to put up any points?
Yeah.
And I think it starts with the GM. I think it's Blake Bortles needs to get cut. He should not be in the NFL anymore.
Okay.
Maybe as a backup. Maybe as a backup.
I'm believing you, Blake. As a person. As a player, not really.
Yeah. And I just want to say, we aren't even talking about this game. Thank God Nathan Peterman got cut. Why was he still on a team?
Rest in peace, Nathan.
3 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and 4 starts. How was he still in the league? And the Bills kept starting him. They were like, oh,
Maybe
we don't need to sign Colin Kaepernick. We'll sign Matt Barkley. And he did okay, but they still had Nathan Peterman on the roster.
Nathan Peterman, it's like they're like, maybe this time he won't hurt us. Boom, 47-3.
He won't get a job in the NFL. Like, his time's done.
All right, maybe this time. Oh, boom, it was again.
His time's done. I just wanted to add that in. But,
Bears Lions.
Good win for the Bears.
Beat up on a bad team. That's what good teams do. They beat up on bad teams.
I don't get the Lions either. Like, they came out against Patriots and looked amazing.
And then I think the most head scratching game of all time had to be Week 1
against the Jets.
The Jets
dismantled them.
After that game, I was like, Jets for the wild card.
Yeah. And then now we're looking at the Jets like, wow, they just lost by like 30 to the Bills.
They lost by 30 to the worst team in the NFL.
They're gonna try and fire Todd Bowles, and I don't think that's the right move.
I like Todd Bowles.
I think Todd Bowles is a really good coach.
But the thing is, one thing to look at with the rookie quarterbacks, you have Baker, Allen, Darnold, Rosen. Right?
Baker. Yep. There's one more.
Well, Lamar, but Lamar doesn't count.
He's starting this week.
Yeah, but he doesn't count.
Yeah.
It seems like with Darnold, Rosen, and Allen, they were like defensive head coach. With Baker, he had an offensive head coach, and they were trying to groom him and give him put him in a good situation. And then with the other 3, they're like, all right, here you go, good luck, have fun.
Well,
and it's just
I think Darnold's
horrible.
better off than Rosen and
Rosen's probably has the best arm talent.
Yeah, and I don't know if Josh Allen is actually a good quarterback.
I don't think he is.
I think he's a horrible quarterback. But
this is pretty far off of Bears Lions.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Bears though, good
Trubisky
teams.
looks good.
Good teams find a way to beat bad teams.
Good team. I think good teams dismantle bad teams, and good teams find a way to win close games. Both can be against bad teams.
Yeah.
But
they took care of business.
It was final score is not telling of what the game was. It was
a blowout.
It was like 34-0.
Yeah.
It was like.
And then there's like the Bears are sat on it because they didn't have to do anything because they were up 34-0. Khalil Mack is a monster. I don't.
That defense is legit.
I hate the Raiders. I don't get John Gruden. I think pay him his $90 million and let him get out of here. Only have him for one season. Bring back Jack Del Rio.
That's a lot of money.
I know he's so bad.
It's a lot of money.
They're so bad. But,
All right, more Chiefs cards. Ugly game for the Chiefs. The offense didn't look to what we're accustomed to. Still scored 26 points. Cardinals to 14.
But I was gonna say is that in the beginning of this game, the Cardinals really didn't look that bad.
Yeah.
The problem with Rosen is that he makes so many stupid throws.
They've also started to use David Johnson better. They've been running him outside the tackles, which is what you need to do. Jameis didn't look too bad. Good game for the Cardinals, I gotta say.
Yeah, they play decent. Josh Rosen just makes too many. He's making young mistakes. I think he'll get out of them. I think he has the chance. Besides Baker, I think he'll be the second best quarterback from this draft.
I think he could be the best. Or John. Those three are very close in my mind.
I think Allen's.
Now, moving to another one of the most confusing teams in the league. Titans are up there. Cowboys are up there. And Lions are up there. The Tennessee Titans. What verb should we use? Dismantle? Bludgeon?
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm poking fun. I'd feel the same way if my team got blown out by a team, but it's just
You're
weird.
not helping. Yeah, but
Can we take a second?
you watch games like this and you're just like, as a Patriots fan, you're like, oh, like they're down 17-3. They're going to come back and win. They look so bad.
A lot of the things the Patriots are accustomed to, they're very good you look in the league and you look at teams that struggle on offense sometimes are teams that rely on third down, find themselves in 3rd and 13s, 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 8s. The Pats are always good at getting into 3rd and manageables, like 3rd and 6 or lower. And usually they were constantly in 3rd and 9s.
Yeah, they couldn't do it.
That
No Gronk.
Titans defense looked really good.
No Gronk.
The thing is, I feel like everyone was hyping up the no Gronk. If Gronk gets hit again, he's done. They save him for
The playoffs.
AFC Championship. He's not gonna be used.
But what I don't get is that how can Stephon Gilmore play so great on Devontae Adams and then Corey Davis burns him, and then how can the Patriots play so well against the Packers and look so great for these last 4 weeks that they were winning, and then come out and lose to the Titans? How does it happen? And everyone's already like, oh, Tom Brady, noodle arm. You can't say that because last week he played great against the Packers. There's you can't just write him off after 1 week against the Titans.
Yeah,
he played horrible.
He played bad.
But the line was horrible. There's no protection.
His decision making, not that his throws were great, but his decision making was poor yesterday.
Yeah.
He had a couple plays where he was looking at throwing to contested to Jacob Hollister.
Yeah.
Jacob Hollister? Who is Jacob Hollister?
Isn't that a clothing brand?
Decision making wasn't great, but he's Tom Brady. He'll be fine.
The Patriots will be fine, but now this hurts them in their bye. This hurts them in. They might not get a first round bye.
Can we just laugh about the probably most unathletic play I've ever seen in my entire life?
I think it was a catch. It was definitely a secure catch, and then he dived for the pylon.
He couldn't.
He looked like
that makes him look so human, even though he's not human.
Well, the same thing happened in the Super Bowl. He dropped a wide open touchdown pass. That could have been a huge difference in that game. But we love you, Tom.
I think Belichick's just trying to make his assistants look better.
Yeah, but the big thing you have to look at right now is the Patriots might not get a first round bye, and I don't remember the last time they didn't have one.
Do they only have one more tough game left? That's Pittsburgh.
Vikings.
Oh, that's tough.
Pittsburgh and Minnesota.
Don't they have another night game? I don't know.
No, Pittsburgh and Minnesota.
The line is already out for Week 16 versus the Bills, and it's Pats -1. That's interesting.
In New England.
Yeah, it's just
that's
going to
change.
Bucks, Redskins. Bold prediction wrong. Bucks are a bad team we picked.
No, but the difference is the Bucks put up 450 yards of total offense.
And their red zone offense was poor.
And their kicker missed 2 field goals. Yeah. His long was 33. I don't know. That was highlighted. I was watching the Patriots game, and it said Chandler Costanzo, 1 for 3, 33-yard field goal was the long, and I was like, wow, they put up 450 yards, and their kicker, obviously you can't blame it on him. Well, you can, but they still only had 9 points.
This isn't a game we need to talk about, but Redskins are probably going to make the playoffs now. I can't believe
2 games ahead in that division, so unless they drop both the Eagles, this is their division to lose.
In every single playoff game, I feel like of all time, there should be, you can see a path where either team can win. And there's no possible matchup that I think the Redskins can win in the NFC.
Well, let's look. Realistically, playoffs are going to be Saints, Rams,
They can't win either of those.
Packers,
Can't win
Vikings,
That. Can't win that.
Redskins, Panthers, and the Panthers can't play them. They won't be able to play.
Could be the Bears or not be the
Actually,
Bears.
they can play because they're a division winner, but
They can't beat the Bears.
they can't beat the Bears. I would pick the Seahawks
Falcons.
over them. I'd pick the Falcons
The
over them.
Falcons smacked them. Anyways, I'm done with this game. Bold prediction wrong. Poor. Rams, Seahawks. Seahawks are good. Rams.
I thought the Seahawks were going to win. They had it at the end of the game.
Did you see the play where Aaron Donald went?
Got in the fight? Yes.
There
Did you
is-
see after the game when
and
he
he took-
confronted him, he put his helmet back on and walked over to him?
He took his helmet off. If you had to make a top 5 list of players in the NFL that I do not want to fight, Aaron Donald's on that list.
Aaron Donald
I've
is
never
high
seen
on
him
that list.
that man.
Aaron
that mad.
Donald and Ndamukong Suh, 2 teammates I would not want to fight. But the
Good game by the
Seahawks
Rams.
had the chance to win.
And then good teams find ways to win ugly games. Dante Fowler with that.
Yeah,
trip
huge
back. I mean,
play.
it's a difficult block in a team that has 4 first-rounders on the D-line. They're great. I love them.
I found
I love
I was
you, Sean.
listening to the post-game recap, and it was stated that the Rams are allowing 5.3 yards per rush, and that's the worst in the NFL.
See, here's the thing.
Which is surprising.
So the Rams, in this day and age, defense isn't as important as it was.
Yeah.
And the Rams were able to, early in the year, coming into the year, even in last year too, they were really good at defending the pass.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, if you have a not great run defense, but you can stop the pass, that's okay. But if you can't stop the pass, and now you can't stop the run, that's an issue because now teams can run on you and pass on you at will. Setting up play action, it's an issue. Their defense is getting picked on.
Is Keep Tilly back yet?
I don't.
What happened to him?
I think I don't know.
Is he in the
Either-
IR?
I don't think he's on the IR. This is something that we should definitely know. But
Oh, and another big injury update. Cooper Kupp done for the year.
that is
That
really
hurts.
tough.
That's
It's
a big
that
weapon.
you see.
Their second best receiver.
You look at. I feel like you can see these in teams like this. Teams that don't you don't hear their name in the discussion every year. Like a couple of years ago, the Raiders with Derek Carr.
Yep.
Then he goes down. You see injuries just
You saw
derail
the
these teams late
the
in the
Eagles
season.
last year, but
But
they somehow
they had a
persevered.
prolific defense. But it's just injuries pile up, and this is one.
Oh, another one for the Eagles. Ronald Darby's done for the year.
It seemed like every play one of their corners got hurt. We're gonna get to that game. That game was disgusting. Packers Dolphins. Bold prediction correct. Finally unleashed Aaron Jones. It was marvelous. You unleash Aaron Jones, and then Aaron Rodgers is out there just slinging it because they're like, oh, they're gonna pass it, they're gonna run it. Oh, they're gonna pass it. They have Aaron Rodgers. God, I love when
We've been talking about it so much. We're like, Aaron Jones, 5 carries, 80 yards. Jamal Williams, 13 carries, 8 yards. Like, what? They finally
Even-
figured out. We've known that Aaron Jones was the answer. They needed to run the ball more. They just never did it.
Aaron Jones was so explosive.
And you can kind of be surprised because you would expect him that maybe he's in the doghouse after that fumble. Maybe.
Went right back to him because he was
Right back
great.
to him,
He
and
was
he was
great
great.
in the pass
Yeah.
game too. And McCarthy knows it. He's
The Dolphins are done. We wrote them off anyways, but the Packers
Are they done? I think they're 5-4. I feel like it's hard.
5-5.
It's hard.
Play the Patriots twice.
It's hard to write off any team that's 5-5 in the AFC.
playing the Patriots twice.
Yeah, but the Bengals, Titans, Ravens, and Indy all suck too.
Yeah.
So one of those teams that sucks is gonna make the
I'm
playoffs.
writing off the Dolphins. I do not believe in them.
Oh my god! Imagine.
Could win for the Packers though.
Imagine the Dolphins or like the Bengals make the playoffs to go to New England if New England gets the 3 seed.
That'd be awesome.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
The spread would be like 24.5.
The Dolphins playing in New England.
Good
Playoff
win for the Packers. Much needed one.
Hopefully they can figure it out. Then they can't lose many more games. So
They can
use
only
Aaron Jones more.
they can really only lose one more.
Yeah. What are they? 3-5-1?
4-4-1.
4-4. Oh, I feel like they can lose 2.
They can lose 2.
But it'd be helpful to only lose 1.
If they lose one more, they'll make the playoffs. If they lose 2 more, it'll come up to help probably.
And then the big game for the Packers is that Vikings game soon.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna come
That
down.
Falcons game's also big too.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the Vikings game is probably more important because
That's
this
for
week
the division. I think the Bears are gonna fall off. I don't think the Bears win
this week I'm at a crossroads. Sunday night, Bears Vikings. I don't know who I'm rooting for.
I think you got to root for the Bears if I'm you.
Yeah, but then they're 7-3, and we talked about it. They only need to win one game against like a good team in order to win the division. Remember? Because
Yeah.
say they're 7-3, They beat the Vikings to 7-3. They have Lions, Giants, Rams, Packers, 49ers, Vikings.
Well, then you
They go 3-3. That's 10-6.
Yeah, no. You want the Vikings? I don't know who you want to win.
Well, I don't even want the Vikings to win either, because then if Minnesota loses, say Minnesota wins and they're 6-3-1, and then they beat Green Bay, that's swan song for Green Bay.
Yeah.
Because then Vikings are 7-3-1. Packers, say they win this week, then like 5-5-1, and they have the tiebreaker. Then we're fighting with the Bears.
Damn.
I think because if the Bears win and they're 7-3-1, 7-3-0, and say they lose to the Rams, lose to the Packers, lose to the Vikings, that's 10-6, and then Green Bay can go 10-5-1. And even if Green Bay goes, no, if they go 9-6-1, they still
Miss. Too much. Way too much.
Eagles, Cowboys.
We bought into the Cowboys. I mean, we bought into the Eagles. We said they were going to kill the Cowboys. We watched the Eagles get.
The first 7 weeks of this, I just touted the Eagles and said they're not the same.
Ezekiel Elliott hurdled a man, completely jumped over him. Completely.
This game, man.
I don't like the Cowboys.
Neither do
I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the NFC East.
I wanted the Cowboys to lose that game, but
I
they
think the
fired it
NFC
here.
East is always a joke.
Oh, congrats to everyone in the
Besides last
NFC.
year.
The Cowboys are going to extend Dak Prescott. That is great for every single team in the NFC. Also the NFL, because Dak Prescott is not a good quarterback.
Yeah. He had that one great year, though. That's what's getting him his money.
Congrats.
I don't even want to talk about that game anymore. Should we get into MVPs of the week?
Yeah.
Good job, Cowboys. Neither one of you are making the playoffs. Have fun on the couch during the playoffs. But okay, I'm gonna get my stats for my MVP of the week. I have an unsung MVP of the week. Well, not really unsung, but just like a not so big name.
Right, Alvin Kamara. I'll go with Alvin Kamara for my first one. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't really know what he did.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Do it, Corey Davis.
Okay, that's fine.
Were you gonna go Corey Davis?
Nope. I got one.
Corey Davis. He was a big part in this win.
Yep.
I know he had a touchdown. He was 7 for 125 and a touchdown. So yeah, that's definitely MVP material.
My first MVP. Thank God they traded Carlos Hyde because it allowed Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns to have a huge week. 20 rushes, 176 yards, a touchdown, 3 catches, 33 yards, and another receiving touchdown. And a Cleveland Browns win. Have a week, Nick Chubb. This team has a bright future on offense.
They do. Nick Chubb is probably second most talented back in that draft.
Yeah.
My second MVP, Big Mitch.
Mitch Trubisky.
355 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 on the ground too. Have a day, Mitch. Have a day. Beating bad team.
My second MVP of the week, Andrew Luck. Didn't even have that great of a numbers week. I mean, he did a 285, 3 touchdowns and a pick, but it's more of everyone wrote him off, all these shoulder surgeries. He comes out, he gets a huge win for Indianapolis and could propel them into the playoffs. One more each. We're good?
I am good.
All right.
Get ready for Thursday's show. We got Packers Seahawks preview. Look, Bengals Ravens. Wow, because some of this. Wow, some good games this week. Texans Redskins. Cowboys
AFC
Falcons.
divisional round rematch between the Steelers and the Jags.
Cowboys Falcons. That's probably
A deciding game
that's
for both teams.
that's loser goes home.
Yep. Pats are on the bye, thank God.
Steelers Jags is a good
break.
game.
Oh, Monday Night
Saints,
Football.
Eagles.
Monday Night Football.
Oh boy, Monday night.
Saints,
Chiefs,
Eagles,
Rams.
Vikings, Bears, Chiefs, Rams, Monday Night Football, game of the regular season. No doubt in my mind. In LA, so there's really no home field. It's like a neutral site.
No, it's in Mexico City.
Oh, it is in Mexico City, so it actually is a neutral site. That is going to be a hell of a game. 2 best offenses in the league going at it. 2 best young quarterbacks in the league going at it. Wow, that's going to be a great game. You got to tune in Thursday. You got to.
I'm almost about to preview that game, but I got
We're
hold
gonna
myself
wait,
back. I
but,
hold myself back.
For Canton Community Television and for our new YouTube channel.
Check it out.
Check it out. For Focus on Football, I'm Ben Aronson here with.
I'm Arden.
We will see you Thursday.